Well, Carl Bursted, and more importantly, it's quickbot.com, and you have just the coolest thing that's going to make every kid in the world want to be a high-tech geeky.
Yeah, that's right. Couldn't
But
have said it better
actually,
myself.
it's a toy that really teaches electronics, coding, and it runs on straws.
Yeah.
How cool is that? Well, what
Yeah.
made you think of this thing?
Um, well, I mean, honestly, a lot of kids were already craving this. So I've been doing technology workshops for kids for the last one and a
Ah,
half years.
I see.
And it's part of a global movement called Kids Hack Day.
Uh huh.
And about a year ago, we had some kids playing around with straws. We have a construction toy called Strawbees, which this is built on top of. So they were building some weird creatures with the strawberries and the straws. Some other kids were doing some electronic stuff and programming on the other side of the room. And at the end of the day, they were trying to combine these.
Uh,
They sort of started putting straws on the leads, and but there wasn't really a natural way for them to make their creature come alive because the electronics tools that we were using were not so mobile. They were a bit clumsy, a bit too big. So that's when I got the first idea, and that was in December 2013.
wow! And now, I mean,
Yeah,
you make animals, you make monsters, you make
yeah,
you
yeah.
make things that
There's one.
clean things. What is that? Wow! And they just hop around
It's a
the
dog.
floor. It's a dog. Wow. Yeah, I
I
mean,
don't
it's
know,
just, I saw an
but it's
elephant
a
that
cool.
somebody made, put it on their head. I mean, and it's
Yeah,
next to nothing, the cost of this thing. I mean, before you're saying
yeah.
that
Well,
it was so
we're
expensive.
using. Yeah, sorry. We That's right. It's really cheap and very accessible. Can get them anywhere. The actual brain of the little creature,
Uh-huh.
this one, it's built on top of Arduino, which is a open standard
Ah.
for programmable microcontrollers. So it's it's fairly accessible. It doesn't have any expensive production cost because it's
I,
just a circuit board.
So
And
QuarkBot, now this you packaged it up for a Kickstarter campaign, crowdfunding, and God, you got
yeah,
almost $50,000 already. And people, and so you could get into this thing. I think for like almost only $30 or something, and you get a starter kit. And it's now what you're saying with the open source software and stuff you could just get for $10 at Radio Shack. I mean, you could be making robots and monsters
yeah.
and
So I mean, the standard kit that allows you to build this,
uh-huh.
it's that you can like just it's moving. I'll put it on the floor. The
Okay.
standard kit that allows you to make this it costs $69,
Wow.
but then it comes with the brain. It comes with the motor, which is off-the-shelf component you can get at Radio Shack.
Uh-huh.
And it comes with the straws and the Strawbees, which is this little
Uh.
construction toy here that allows you to
Oh,
connect
I see. So
straws.
there's you just it's like erector sets in my day or something like that, or Lincoln Logs, all those. So you have
Yeah,
something. I mean, what's neat is you're teaching kids not to just look at a screen. They're really working with their hands, electronics, and doing all this other stuff that
yeah,
looking at their iPad all day is not
yeah.
developing much.
Well, we try to say like this, that mankind has always been making and playing with
Right.
his own toys. And there used to be a time when kids just went out into the forest and used only their hands and their imagination and whatever was at their disposal to make, anything and everything that they were comfortable imagining. Like you take some pine and turn it into a
Right.
space shuttle. You put some sticks on it, and
Right.
and my parents have always. I think we have a lot of people from your generation, and including mine. I'm sort of in between. Has this nostalgia of
Right.
this the way it was before when you were just you have
Making
much
stuff.
more room for your own imagination, and you're making stuff with your hands.
Exactly, and that's what's neat about it, because everybody worries about these kids won't be able to do anything anymore because they're just looking at code and punching
Yeah.
keys, you know. And now you've turned all that around, you know, and plus introduce the next generation to technology and the power of this. Man, so if you start to learn to make little robots, then your mind's going to jump to solve other problems, you know, that are more
Yeah.
than just fun, and create a whole new generation to use this technology better.
Yeah, and I mean, you're touching on an important point there, because we really, I mean, this organization that I was part of founding, called Kids Hack Day,
Right.
where this is product has, we really believe in hacking and the hacker mindset. And for some people, hacking might still be have a negative connotation, but for us, doesn't really have that much to do with computers. You can hack code and change code,
Right.
but you can also hack electronics, and you can hack your toys. You can hack
Absolutely.
anything, really. And hacking is just taking something that has been designed for you to be
Right.
used in a certain way, and then changing it to be.
Absolutely. No, that's why I'm hacking the government for people, you know.
You are hacking the video.
No, and I spoke at a hackers group last week, and yeah, I mean, this is ideal for them, because now they could they could bring their kids to a hacker space, and they could work on this together, because people, maybe a grown-up will say, oh, I don't want to build an elephant out of straws or something, but man, a kid does. And also, even if you're an adult, if you build an elephant out of straws and see that sucker walk around your floor, you're going to think of more important things to do, even as an adult, not so much a kid.
Yeah.
Plus, it's a great gift, man. If you have kids in your life, grandkids in your life.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I mean, it has. We are firm believers in the value of play, and
Yeah.
I think all meaningful learning has to start with play. Because that's what kids can really relate to. And so it's not only a toy to make toys, or a maker toy, but it's also something that can have a lot of value for education also. So we're selling it as a toy, but we're working with after-school programs. A lot of schools have shown interest in this because it's very open-ended, and you can extend it to and build a really big robotics program for your school. So it has sort of all of those aspects, which makes us very excited.
But if you're having fun, man, you're going to stay interested. You know? That's the key of life. So we're teaching kids.
Adults need to learn how to play also.
Absolutely. They hate their job every day because they're not having fun at it. So if you realize, work could be fun, and now you're teaching people how to be creative, participate, and have fun too. What could be better than that?
Even if they don't have kids, they either buy a few of our crockpots, or they consult you to know how to have fun and how to play.
Absolutely. No, this would be a great party game, man. Your friends come over for dinner, and you put a bunch of these things out, and you make it after dinner, instead of playing some stupid board game. Yeah. And
we have. I mean, I try to always communicate in the value of play, but also bring in a slightly more philosophical angle to play, and something that sort of touches, I think, everyone. And that's this quote. We're working with the Science Center in Stockholm, and at the entrance of their space, they have this quote, which I love. And it says, you don't grow older you don't stop playing because you grow older. You grow older because you stop playing.
That's so, I believe in that. That's why I'm working like hell, trying to have fun every day.
Yeah, I mean, it's important. It's important to feel creative, and to keep your curiosity.
So you don't grow. Well, let's see.
You don't stop playing because you grow older. You grow older because.
So you don't stop playing because you grow older. You're growing older because you stop playing, right? Well, wonderful. Well, we all got to go to QuirkBot, QuirkBot.com. Find out about this. You got a couple more weeks on Kickstarter, and you got a good deal there. And just to watch you guys and find out more about the Kids Hack Day too.
Yeah.
To have one in your area would be wonderful. Everybody to do. And so, thank you.
We do have a school kit also.
Well, yeah, no, it's ideal for anybody, whether you're in science class or any kind of class, to have something like this. Well, you're a delight, Carl. Thank you for using your talents, and you got out of engineering management or whatever that boring thing you were doing to help the rest of us learn how to have fun.
Goodbye.
Bye. QuirkBot.com. Take care.